Today, we're going to be analysing people who talk in elevators. People who talk in elevators are terrified of silence. They use their voice as polyfiller to smooth over the cracks in the awkward social terrain of human traffic. The internal world of people who talk in elevators is chaotic and disturbing, and as soon as the elevator door closes, the circus has begun, which means it's only a matter of seconds before their intrusive thoughts win and they start talking about the speed of the lift, the weather, or how crowded it's getting in here. The social etiquette of elevators is unwritten, but incredibly specific. If you have to talk in elevators, the general rule of thumb here is whoever talks first is the weakest. Small talk is considered polite, so long as it doesn't reveal anything interesting about you, the surrounding lift users, or society at large. However, it's frowned upon for some reason to bring up interesting points about our modern culture. Anything that challenges the status quo or encourages people to think for themselves is actively discouraged in this electric lift. So that means no bringing up the fact that you ate Pringles in your bed for an entire summer while avoiding everyone you know because you had a mushroom trip that convinced you were evil. Lifts are the most intimate public transport that there is. It's important to acknowledge the power dynamics in the elevator. For people who like talking in elevators, silence is the enemy. Yet, for people who'd rather stay quiet and say nothing, their greatest fear is small talk. So what we have here is a clash of values, an ideological warfare between silence versus noise. Noise always seems to win due to silence's lack of a voice. Therefore, if you don't like talking in elevators, you're really only left with two choices. Interact with the oppressor or ignore the conversational onslaught. And due to external social pressures bullying us into being a good person, many people who don't like talking in elevators cave in and play this nightmarish game of friendly, meaningless chatter to appease the imaginary gods of social convention. So if you too don't like talking in elevators, it's important to embrace for impact because it's happening anyway and there's nothing you can do to stop it, although you can be prepared for it. There are some signs that you can watch out for that will alert you to the chatty intentions of the other subject in the lift. They usually let out an exaggerated sigh while avoiding eye contact with you, or force an awkward laugh. A chortle that states, "I acknowledge that I'm sharing this lift with you, and I feel uncomfortable because I haven't said anything yet, so please accept this forced exhalation as payment until I think of something else to talk about." This is their mating call, their initiation ritual, their roar into the void in the hopes that they find a friendly smiling face staring back, an outstretched hand fondling the unknowable vortex so they can find someone to finger, cosmically speaking. People who talk in elevators like to be in charge of the opinions of others. These control freaks need to be liked by everyone in the group. So to achieve their brutal mission, they'll start talking to you, being overly friendly in places you can't escape. This is known as the elevator pitch.
Second floor.
This is me.
Doors open.
People who talk in elevators enjoy the transitory experience of the social exchange. Nobody in human history has ever started a friendship with the words, "We got chatting in an elevator." So if you talk in elevators, the chances are you're never going to see the other person again. People who talk in elevators are completely unbound by the usual restraints of their limited personality. Yet, for some reason, they still choose to be basic.